My name is Kim, I'm 27 years old and I'm from Germany. And after I finished my bachelor's in business administration in Germany, I decided to move to London to gain some work experience. So I ended up working in a startup for nearly 2 years. But at that point I was very fed up with the city because actually I'm a huge nature enthusiast. I really like to be outside in the environment, and London isn't the best city for that. So I decided to move to Lisbon and start my master's in management, specializing in strategy and entrepreneurship at Católica. Wonda Swim is an environmentally conscious swimwear brand where we aim to provide a solution for every single body shape. And basically, when me and Teresa moved to Lisbon over 2 years ago and discovered our passion for surfing, we were suddenly confronted with an actually already longly existing problem, but now on a daily basis. And that was finding a bikini that we feel very comfortable and confident in and that actually fits. But there was another issue that struck us, because looking at how harmful fast fashion is for our environment and also looking at the dramatically polluted oceans by non-disposable plastic made us believe that the world can't continue to make clothes that do not consider our environment, and that's how we started Wonda. Sustainability is a very important point for us and one of our core values. So basically what we are trying to do with Wonda is really reducing the environmental footprint that our business produces along the whole supply chain. So in every step we try to be as conscious as possible, and that starts with, for example, producing our bikinis in a small and certified local factory here in Lisbon, where the sewers earn good wages and work in good working conditions. Another point is that we produce our bikinis with material made from recycled ocean plastic. Then also we use only recycled packaging, and we don't use, for example, hygienic pads. Because we couldn't find a solution that we felt comfortable with. Also, we're implementing a circularity program which enables customers to send back their bikini once it's worn out or damaged, so they can return it and we can reuse the fabric and recycle it again. So yeah, there's a lot of things we do. So how did Wonda happen and how did we move forward with the idea was actually it resulted out of a personal pain point, like I already said. So we try to understand first whether it's just our problem or if actually other women also have this problem and if there's a need for our product, because like you can imagine there are thousands of bikini brands out there. So at first we thought, okay, how can that be that so many women are actually not satisfied? So we really tried to understand if there's a need and did a lot of research. We were very close to our customers and understood the problems that they are facing. And from that on, we really talked to a lot of people, and I guess that really connecting and speaking to people, asking for help, really brought us where we are today, because we got introduced to very crucial people which helped us start Wonda, and that was actually the main thing we did. After we understood that there's actually a need in the market, we gathered all our data and started designing the products. And that was a point where we really understood we need help, because we are both from a management background and have no work experience or knowledge in fashion. So we've been trying to find designers and producers who could help us also to produce in low quantities, because we didn't have a lot of funding. We were very lucky, and through a friend, we met a guy who actually owns a factory here in Kanashid, and he sat together with us and committed to help us start Wonda, and this really encouraged us and in the end helped us to go forward with the idea and make our first samples and prototypes. So in terms of our marketing strategy, with the brand, a very, very powerful tool is social media these days, especially Instagram. And based on that, I have to add that we are very focusing on communicating our core values of our brand, which is the sustainability aspect, and also we are trying to empower women and make them feel confident in their bodies with providing them products which actually fit and they feel comfortable and confident in. So these self-love and sustainability aspects are two very emotional aspects, and we are communicating them a lot through our social media channels and through different campaigns, paid ads, or also small image videos we are doing, new campaigns with with curvy models and more diverse models, not just the typical stereotype skinny beach girl. So my advice for someone who starts their business and formulate their marketing strategy would be to, first of all, really define your persona and understand who is your target customer, who are you actually trying to reach, and who would buy your products, and then identify the channels where you can reach them best, because it always depends on what product or service you are selling, where your target customer would be best reachable. So yeah, I think that would be my general advice, to first identify the customer. So there were many struggles we were actually facing with building up Wonda Swim, and one of the main struggles, I would say, was that trying to align our values, which we have with Wonda, which are being environmentally conscious along the whole supply chain, with actually having a financially sustainable business is very hard. Because, as you can imagine, producing in a small factory here in Lisbon in low quantities is a lot more expensive than if you would outsource it to China or India, where you could produce a lot cheaper. And also finding sustainable alternatives for packaging and yeah, many things which are related to the sustainability aspect are a lot more expensive in the end and not so efficient, which makes it very difficult to align these two. Also, when you ask for funding, a lot of investors always say you have to scale, you have to go bigger, more quick, and this doesn't really go so well with what our initial values are related to Wonda. So this was a struggle, and also what we've really tried to understand is that you really need to be patient and persistent with your business. You can't expect success to come because you work night shifts for the first months and then suddenly you have a business which makes a lot of money. So it just takes so much time and so much longer, and you just have to be very persistent and just keep on working, and then you'll get there at some point. But don't be too don't think it will all happen just after 1 or 2 months putting hard work in it. So what I would recommend to future entrepreneurs is, like I just said before, you have to be patient, and you have to really understand that this is a long process with many ups and downs, and you think that along the way sometimes you think, oh my god, what have I done, and I failed, but every failure is a learning, and it's not a failure because you'll find a solution. It's just a problem where you find a solution, and then you can go on and make the product or the service even better. And it's a long journey, and I have to say I've learned so much along the way, which makes it so worth it, no matter where Wonda Swim will go in the end. And as long as you can look at it like this, that it's no matter where you go, you learned a lot, and then it's always worth it, and it's always you just love getting up every morning because you do what you love.